welcome to Thoughts and Treasures. It's Connie. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome in. You guys are watching. You don't see this little red live button. You're watching a rerun. Exclamation point rerun. Let me know that you are here. If you do see it, we are live now, so come on in. Tonight we're going to get crafty, so come on in and join me. I'm just going to pull myself up over yonder. Maybe if we're live. If you guys are not part of my channel, please come join. I just want to make sure that we are over there and loaded. Let's see. It is the best way to be notified when I go live and where I go live. So please come join. Alright, I'm going to get myself put up on the computer so I can see comments. Hold on, guys. I'm coming. Let's see. I hope you all had an amazing day. And if you guys are here, say hey so I can see that you're here and see when comments are working. Come on. Connie Weisenhunt is my first comment. Hold on. Hold on. Connie, how is everybody doing today? Welcome in. I hope you guys all had an amazing weekend. Today's the 29th already. Where's June? I don't know. Hey, Michelle. And there's Mary Tayo and Amanda. And hey, Sharon. Sharon? Hey? She's got nothing. Nothing. Hey, Jennifer Lieberton, welcome in. There's Doris, welcome in, guys. How is everybody doing? So, if you guys don't remember, we're doing live sales every other week. Last week we had our live sale. This week we are not. We are going to be crafting tonight, so come on in and join me. Let's see if we can get into some crazy fun. I don't know. So, hope you guys all had a great weekend. Hey, Donna. Hey, Nancy James. How is everybody? Welcome in. I was going to do, it's not broken, okay? Calm down. Just calm down. Everybody calm down. The Glowforge is not broken. However, it's not working at the moment. It's okay. It's okay. It's not broken. It's just not working. I don't know. Does that make sense? No. I couldn't cut my project out because, well, it kept telling me it errors this fan error. Hey, Arlene. Hey, Emmett Joe. So that means Ross has to like not gut it, but take it apart and really clean to get all the gunk out of the fan. And he wasn't doing that. He said, not today. So you can slap a napkin for all I can. No, he didn't say it like that, but yeah, he did. Hey, Emmett Joe. Hey, Donna. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. So, with that note being said, I'm glad I have my Cricut machine because I found this and I printed this out, cut this out. It says backwards, family makes this house a home. So we're going to work on this tonight. I don't know, make a pretty sign. I can take it up to the store. You know, it's okay, it's all good. My little baby's sitting over there not working. Ross was not in the mood. He was just like, no, it's just going to have to wait. So, anyway, hey, Amanda, how are you doing? Tell me about your weekend. Did you all have a great weekend? Was it good? Hey, Minnie. Remember, float those hearts, sprinkle, spread the love, all that good stuff. Share. Facebook is not my friend. It's just what it is, and it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Just waiting. I don't see Barb yet. Hey, Mary Tayo. Juanita, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in. So we're gonna work on vinyl again. And if you guys didn't, I left it over there. If you guys didn't see my video from Friday night, yeah, I think it was Friday. I did kind of go through, like when I did that, like exact steps on how, and I'll show you again today. So if you guys like the vinyl cutouts, but thank you, Sharon, for those stars. Thank you, Barb. If you guys, are interested in like vinyl cutouts like this, I can start adding like 1 or 2 to the live sales, but you guys gotta let me know. So I mean, you know, this is like this will fit on a 10 by 10. So, you know, it's like, you know, kind of about this size kind of thing. But you guys gotta let me know, you know, and I can do different ones. And then whatever I make and cut out, then I can, or I can do them as just regular paper and show you. And if you want them cut out on vinyl, I can do them the size that you want. So if you only want them like a 5 by 5 or a 10 by 10, the largest I can go is like an 11 by 11. Well, 11 by 20 something, but you know, that's a different story. Hey, Donna! Thank you, Shirley! I appreciate you. But these are very easy. If you don't have a Cricut or a Silhouette machine, they're really a nice way to add that. Thank you, Michelle, for those stars. You are awesome. But they're a nice way to add an easy touch to your project. Now, a lot of people do the, with the Chocolate Tour and the Magnolia. Do it, Barb? All right, I can do it. I can add a couple. But I'm just thinking, like, maybe I'll just do them as printouts and go, you know. Because then that way it's easy for you to learn how to do it and then decide if you want to do, you know, get yourself a Silhouette or a Cricut. I have never personally used a Silhouette, Cameo, that version. I've always been with, tomorrow could be the day. The day for what? I've always stuck with the Cricut. It's kind of like an iPhone and Android. When you stick with one, you kind of stay with it. But the way I assume that they both work the same, but I just know how the Cricut Design Space works. I know how the Cricut, you know, that's just me. But they all cut the same, so. And then I was thinking, like, you know, eventually getting into, like, the SVGs that you could buy from me and just, you know, download and, you know, cut yourself if you have your own Cricut. But I was thinking, oh, that I get the mail. I was going to say, what? You've had a Cricut for 5 years and hasn't you? Oh, Julie! Do you know that used to break my heart and it still does? What do you mean for 5 years and you are... No, that's unacceptable. My heart, I'm having heart pains. Oh my gosh. Hey, Dale! So I'm going to show you, I mean, I'm not going to show you how to cut it, but maybe I'll do some videos like on my screen and show you some things about Design Space. Maybe that'll be less intimidating. I used to have a Cricut group where it was a paid subscription, and then I went in every week and we did like an hour-long how to use Design Space, what to do with things, blah, 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 blah. But it didn't seem... People were there, but it didn't seem like, I don't know. Well, first of all, I had some health issues at the time, so it wasn't working very well on my end, getting time-wise, so it was what it was. But I'd be more than willing to do some, you know, videos on it. Do it. Julie says, do it. So, I mean, I'd be more than willing to do a couple videos and showing you around Design Space and putting them up. I got a frog in my throat. She says, I do have it plugged in. Wait a minute. That's still breaking my heart. I'm just telling you. But they're so easy. Now, again, I did not design this one. So, it's something that I designed. I could definitely not sell the SVG, which is what the file format that you need for the Cricut. But maybe I'll just take a few designs, you know, just a couple. But instead of cutting them out, I'll put them on regular paper and show you. Then you can decide whether you want them like, you know, a 5 by 5 or a 10 by 10. You know, maybe I'll do like different sizes, or you can say. So like this one, technically, let me just show you. Let me just tell you, not show you. Because I'm like trying to figure out what size I actually did this. This is not a perfect square. I did this one to fit on this because I'm going to put a little bit of ribbon at the top. This is about 8.5, a little under, get out of the trash can, 8.5 by 6 3/4. So it's not like, you know, it's not a square, but you know, you kind of got an idea. So if you have a board, this is a 10 by 10 board, you don't want your image 10 by 10. Oh, hey Julie! Thank you, Amanda! Just do it! So you don't want your, you know, your image to be 10 by 10 because then you'll be stuck to the thing. So 10 by 10, if you wanted to not add anything to it, I would say, you know, at least do an 8.5 by 8.5, or, you know, you want some space between it. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to bring mine down to the bottom. Now, I'm not using this, but this is ribbons just sitting here. I'm going to put some ribbon across the top. Of course, I'm going to go buffalo check. Hey, Sydney! So I wanted a little bit of room, kind of like how I did Friday's project. I'm kind of doing it again. We're going to use buffalo check ribbon too. So I wanted a little ribbon to be able to put across the top. So, you know, you got to think in your head, you know. And I can show you how I do it on the computer. Now, not everybody does it the way I do, but it might give you a starting point on how to figure out how to cut them for what you want. But anyway, we're going to get started. So, I don't know. I'm sitting here deciding on 3 different colors, and I'm not sure which one. But I am going to paint this background. We're just doing a solid color. We're going to apply that. I'm going to put some ribbon on here. I'm going to do some buffalo check. Hey, Liz! And I'm going to talk in here what you had to do this weekend. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not sure which one I want to use, because all 3 colors are going to be awesome with buffalo check. And I did this in black. And that's the other thing, I don't want to cut them out, because if I do, you can either do it in white, black, or I'd have different colors too. If you want it in green, purple, I don't care. I got every color upstairs you could possibly imagine. But that way it'll give you an idea. Hey, Rhonda! You can get it in any color you want. So if you were making for a little girl's room, you wanted to do pink and purple, you know, you could. So that was another reason why I said maybe I'll just go. We'll start maybe this week. This live sale coming up on Sunday. I'll add just maybe 2 different designs. But if you see me doing anything during the week or any other time and you're like, hey, I like that, can you cut me that on what? Just ask, because it can be done. All right, so these are the color choices. Y'all are going to help me pick. We've got celery. We've got cashew. Or we have ivory. Which color do you think we should do? Hey, Nora! Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you all had a great weekend. I really do. Thank you, Philip. I see that. I'm not naked. Lynn says celery. Donna says celery. Kim says celery. Hey, Kim! Celery. Oh, we got a cashew from Connie. Green. Green cashew. Green. So green and cashew. Which is cashew. I know. I kind of like them too. And like I said, I'm using buffalo check. I'm seeing a lot more celery. All right, we're going with celery. Yeah, celery at bay. I'm not chippy in the background. I'm keeping it solid. Because I was thinking about it and I'm like, no. Because if I take it to the store, I kind of want something neutrally. So, and I used celery the other day. Now, I tell you, I do. This is probably my favorite color. One of them. Thank you, Mary. Hey, Kim, how are you doing? Welcome in. Liz, we're doing live sales every other Sunday now. So, next Sunday, we will be doing it. And then the Sunday after, we won't. So, I'm going to put a schedule out for July and post it. Ooh, what did I do that for? Post it to let you guys know. But right now, I'm going to try to do every other Sunday. Now, I got to figure out when I go away in September that if it works on the days that I'm gone. Or if it messes up. I got to figure that out. Because there might be a 2-week we don't do it and then start back up again. So we just got to figure it out from there. I ain't going that far. But we're doing every other week. Well, it's not my store. I put stuff in a store. It's not my store. I wish it was. No, it was. And no, it's not my store. It's just a store I put stuff in for consignment. So, all right, let's get this painted while we chit chat. I'm gonna do the sides to it, but I'm not gonna do the back. No back. I know. I love celery. Celery is a pretty color. It dries darker than it is, so it really looks nice. But it's not too dark, so like with this color, you could put black on. Now that's the only mindful thing, and that's why I said I'd probably just do them on paper to show you. But if you do like a dark red or a red color, black really doesn't show up on it well. So you want to be mindful like what colors you want to do. You're caught up now. So yeah, it was just, I mean, I think it was summertime too, and it was getting a little bit for me, trying to get every order out, and then by the time I get every order out, I got to start the next one. And then, you know, so first of all, I think I was wearing everybody out. I mean, I hope not, because I want to get you the crafts that you need. But I think every other week it works good. Hey, Roberta! I think every other week works better. That way it kind of gives me a break. This week I'm going to start doing, at the end of the week, start getting things ready for the next live sale, or as in whenever I have a few moments. But I'm not rushing. So the weeks that I don't have a live sale, I actually come on and craft with you guys and do something. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll be back on. We'll play Crafto. And then Sunday, I'll be back with a live sale. Hope it all makes sense. If anybody ever has any questions, please just ask. I will definitely answer. Or address the situation, or, Oh, in the middle of getting a new... Thank you, Denise! Why? What happened to the old one? I'm going to do the sides. This board is a little rough. I ain't sanding it. It's not that rough. It's always nice to get a new craft room. And I'll tell you what, Friday night, I removed one of the shelving units. Well, it's not really it wasn't wooden shelves. I had my yarn in it, and I got rid of my yarn. I took all those, me and Ross took the cubbies down that was there in the corner of right over here. And this is like maybe 9, 10 o'clock at night. We decided to do that. Then I cleaned the entire corner out. I got everything out of there. Too small. Hey, that's my problem, Liz. That's my problem. It's too small, and I have a big room. Because if I get a new laser, that's where it's going to go, and I'm not putting anything. So everything there. Hey, Charlene! Everything that's in that corner right now is just an empty totes. Nothing else. So I'm like, yay. So I have to think about it because, with the Glowforge, wood kits is my thing. We got to keep that going, so. Hey, Beverly! We are working on a sign, and it says, family makes this house a home. But welcome in. We're redoing my son's old room. It's not much bigger, but it'll be a setup different. I can start fresh. Hey, there you go. That's right. Hey, Shelly. That's right. Hey, Joan. That's right. Sometimes you got to move completely out of something. That way you can also throw away, like, maybe old broken items that you just said that, well, I'm not saying throw away craft items. However, I did. And I do see that they're picked out of the trash can. I'm not going to say anything. Hey, Jamie! I'm not going to say anything at this moment, but tonight's trash night, and they're going. Because I don't want them. They're done. They're old. They're broken. They need to go. When I say my craft room is small, I mean really small, and it's jam-packed and Well, I mean, mine's big and it's too small. I need to get. I want to get like a one of those, and I don't really, because then it's out of the house. You know how they have those containers, the truck containers, the semi-truck things. I said I need one of those that I could just have for crafting, just like storage, like store all my craft stuff that I don't need, and I can go in there and get what I want. But then it'll be out of the house, and I'll probably never touch it. Wouldn't that be nice, though? You have a trail. You have a trail. You leave breadcrumbs and to the desk and back. You know, it gets overwhelming. And, you know, people always say, I don't understand how you have so many craft supplies. Well, I'm going to tell you how it starts. So you find a project that you want to do. You know, say it was a cute wreath. You buy the wreath, you buy the thing, you buy the material, you buy this, you buy that. Then you do it, and then you're left with extra stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jamie. And then you're left with extra stuff. So then you find another project. And the same thing happens. You turn around, you buy this, you buy that, or you buy two projects at a time. You forget to do the one project. Then it just spirals out of control. Then you have to go look for stuff. Once you've accumulated a lot of stuff, then you're like, oh, well, I know I used to have that, but I can't. Then you go buy new things. My dad was the most famous person to do it with tools. Hey, Carl, with tools. He did it all the time. He couldn't find this, so he would just go buy a new tool. Well, okay. But it's the same way. It's the same way with craft supplies. You know, we buy it, then it's like, okay, we'll store that because we'll use it again. And then, hey, hello, Darlene. Well, we store that, and then we go to do it. Oh, but I have that. Wait a minute, and then you buy new. And then you find it later when you clean out. Carl, why you cry now? We not do nothing. I'm gonna give the front another coat. But that's the way it goes, and that's how it starts. And then we end up with a path. It's like, my gosh, what happened? So me being in a wheelchair, I can't just have a path. I've got to have open roads. Hey, Minnie, did I say hi to you? I think I did. I have to have like open roads, not paths. But that's the key to how things get out of control. Oh, we can't throw that away. Lose, no! Did they not fix it? I'm telling you, I really think Facebook is screwing with lives on purpose. I really do. Isn't it 100%? I'm telling you. I guarantee you ask any crafter. Well, do you remember how? That's how it started. It's exactly how it started. But I really think Facebook is messing with lives and trying to, I don't know, prevent them from happening. Get this spread out, and then we're going to give this a good dry. I was going to say, I don't know if I did or not, but hi, Minnie. I don't purposely try to ignore anybody. I try to see anybody that comes in that I can see at least. Oh, did you? Oh, that's awesome. I mean, sad, but that's now he's finally home, so that's great. So that's what I did Friday. So it took me, and it was hot down here too. It took me probably about, I don't know. And now when I say the corner, then I also like wipe down all the Glowforge desk that it's on and the little heat press thing that's there. And I mean, I wiped it down with cleaning wipes. And then I removed all of the stuff that's underneath the Glowforge. And then I was like, oh, but you know what? And then I was like, no, don't go any further. But that took me about 2.5, almost 3 hours to do that. I was like, whew, I'm done. Then I vacuumed everything. So, no, I'm just down here working hard. So my days off aren't my days off. I'm going to tell you that. But if anybody, please, if anybody is watching me on, well, not watching me, but subscribe on my YouTube, please do so. I did hit, I'm almost at 500 over on, I'm telling you, Kim, I'm almost at 500 over there, which means nothing yet, but it means a lot because I started at 3 over there. And then I did reach 10K over on TikTok, which means nothing yet. 67 degrees. It says rain tomorrow here. I don't know what we're at, but it's muggy as crap today. It was awful. 7 months. Why did it take that long? Hey, Dorinda! I see hi, Christy, but I don't see Christy, see? How are you doing, Dorinda? I see you now. I'm telling you, I really think, and God's honest truth, I really think Facebook is screwing with lives because they don't like them. They do not like them at all. Now, besides my videos, they're not pushing lives out like they used to. Even when you watch, and I'm not naming anybody, but I'm just saying like bigger pages, their viewers are way down. Like they're not being notified, and I don't know. I just don't know. It's like you can't find lives like you used to. I want to give out another. I'm going to sand it and try doing it that way because it might be just the way the wood is, but I'm going to sand it anyway. I don't like, you see how it's, see how it's like right here? I don't know, I don't like that. So I'm going to sand it and see if we can get it smooth and maybe put another coat on there. If not, we're just going to enhance it. Hold your ears if you don't like this. Alright, let's put another coat on. We are making a sign tonight, and we're using this decal. It does say, "Family makes this house a home." Get this back out. We're going to put one more coat on and see what happens. So because we don't do, oh, that's not the right one. Let me get this one. I was going to really put the wrong color on there. Because we're doing live sales every other week. And then the week that I'm with you guys, or when, no, week I'm with you. The Sunday that I'm not doing the live sale, we're doing a craft with you. Since I don't craft much anymore live, we do the pre-recorded videos, which are not edited. They do look like a live anyway, but y'all just don't watch it. You don't watch it while I'm doing it. I'm going to put one more coat on here and see if that helped. If not, we're just going to leave it and we're going to enhance it. Really? On the videos or the because I have been doing that too. If you guys see, like, Remember how I used to do part 1, part 2, part 3, part 57, part 95? I've been putting them up late at night. And I've only done a couple so far. Only because they put them up as little reels. So I'm just trying to, and according to Facebook, they want you to do that. And I'm just like, well, I put the video up so you watch the whole video. And then, like maybe the next day, I don't do the same video. I switch them off. But then I put them up and do it as a video. And it goes into all these little tiny reels. Well, I don't know. Look, I tell you, I'm trying everything. You're going to be seeing me put up the whole video up again. I might take just parts of it and put them up as reels. I mean, but that's why I was saying doing it that way they'll put it up for me. But they just put them up at one time. I don't know. Look, I'm trying everything. Charlene, how are you doing? I know some of you guys have pages, and it's crazy. It's hard. It's not easy to do this stuff. So you just got to kind of do what you can do and keep trying what might work and what might not work. And they change things every other day, so you don't know what is, and it's just great. Hey, Megan, how are you doing? Welcome in. And then when I put the vinyl on, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it again. But I think I did pretty good explaining how to do it on that one project on Friday, which I really like the way that turned out. Cute little shelf sitter. Like I said, it was just a piece of junk wood I had sitting over there, and I said, okay, we'll just turn it into something. And that's what I like, and that's what I was saying about, I have nothing against Chalk Couture or Magnolia. I think they're really cool. Like I said, if you guys have never heard the story, I watched the lady do in Chalk Couture, and I was like, oh, this is easy. I mean, I can take big vinyl pieces and I can do this. Well, I bought, and those things are not cheap. I bought that big thing, and I ripped it off, and I'm like, hey, Connie Bixler, hey, Wanda, thank you. And the whole thing just kind of like stuck to each other. So then I'm trying to pull it apart. So whatever the $40 I spent on it, $29, whatever it was, got thrown in the trash can because I destroyed it. I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, well, that was a lesson learned. So if you are new to Chalk Couture or Magnolia, start little. I'm just going to say start little, because I thought, well, she can do that, I can do it. I'm like, no, you can't. But I always say, you do Chalk Couture. I mean, I think it's really cool. The only difference I say with like owning your Cricut and doing Chalk Couture or Magnolia is that with Chalk Couture, you have the design. The design is there. You have to find the surface to put it on. With Cricut or Silhouette Cameos and all that, you can make this any size you want and then cut it out. So that's the only thing I like about Cricut that I can say is like, well, that's going to be too little on this, and then you got to find the thing. This you could just, okay, let me just size it to what I need it to be, and it's done. But I think it's really neat. Don't get me wrong. I said I totally screwed it up, threw away $30 in the trash can. You should have, oh my God, that should have been something I should have taped. But I wasn't even taping it. How was it at my house? Oh, we didn't have girls' weekend here. I went away for girls' night. But it was funny when I did that. I'm telling you, it was crazy. So I always say, and that's another reason why, you know, I think I'm just going to do them on paper to show you a design, and then it can be, you know, I wanted to fit a 5x6, and then I can do it. Like, you know, you have a board, you say my board's 10 by 10, what do you think I should do? And I can show you what it would look like on there and design it for you, and, you know, or you could just say I wanted a 4x4, so, you know, whatever you want to do, I can measure it for you. That makes sense. I hope it does. I'll explain more when we do it. I'll do like 2 this weekend. just to give you a, maybe an idea to start, but that's better. So it's still a little bit right there, but that's okay. That's where the ribbon's going to go. We're fine. So like I said in the video, whenever you work with vinyl, you want to make sure your board is completely dry. There is no wet spots at all. Let it dry, even if you have to walk away for a while. Michelle! Are you still moving? Are you still moving? Try to print some stuff out. It was not. Oh, Megan, really? So I was just saying earlier before you came on that I would try to do some like filming my screen. It might not be the best quality kind of thing, but I'm gonna try to do my best. But I would try to like film my screen and show you a little bit about Design Space or some. Hey Tracy, welcome in. Some ideas so you could actually see my whole screen when I do it. I used to have a Cricut group, a private group, but one thing led to another and I did close that down. So is Eric home now? See, that's not dry yet. I see it's wet over here. Well, it's nice that you can do a little at a time, you know what I mean? It's not like you're in a rush or anything like that. So, this is my Cricut design. It says family makes this house a home. And it's in the shape of a house. I thought it was really cute. And I'm going to show you how we're gonna do it from start to finish here with this. But yeah, I mean, that is one thing I can do is maybe do a little videos and, maybe some little tips and tricks kind of thing with you guys, to give you videos on it. Might be another option for me to do some videos with. Maybe I'll do that. Alright, so this is, and I'm going to explain because I explained it in the video too on Friday, but I'm going to tell you guys if you guys didn't get a chance to watch it. This is the transfer tape. I use this, and Prime's coming up, so I'm going to tell you about that too. I use this one. This is the blue one. Look, you can use contact paper. I've used a Dollar Tree. I've used contact paper from Target, because Target was the only one that was carrying them. Then I tried the Walmart. It wasn't contact paper. It was something else. I've tried that, but what was happening to me? You would want, okay, cool. Then I'll start making some. I'll start making some and see how it goes. Just doing like little bits at a time. Not long, 3-hour videos, that's for sure. But just little ones. The problem I was having with all of them was they were starting to leave stickiness behind. So, was it because of the heat? Was it because of the... I don't know. I don't know if it was the brand. I don't know if it was the way I'm storing them. I don't know. But I couldn't sell product. Now, if I was making it for myself, I probably wouldn't have cared. But I couldn't sell products that people touched and it was like, what's on this? Because then if you go and hang it up in your house and it gets dusty, all that dust is just going to kind of stick to it. It wasn't like it was sticky, but you could feel that there was a residue on there. So I had to stop using that. If it works for you, more power to you, use it. You can use painter's tape. I don't like doing that only because you can't see through it. I like to see where I'm placing the image and the material behind it. So, there is a red brand and then there's a blue brand. I tried the red brand and I don't like it. And the only reason I don't like it is the same exact thing, is it has a thicker backer piece. And when you're doing thank you, Cheryl! And when you're doing a large transfer paper, or large image like this, it's easier to do it half and half, and you could never fold that back or back. So, if you want good transfer tape, this is the one to get, the blue. And I have it linked in my Amazon store. So, keep that in mind. And I'm telling you, and I'll show you when we cut this out, but it's really good. You covered your... Hey, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. There you go for anybody. Now, I can't... The only reason I can't do this is because I'll wipe it off every time I move my hand over it. So I'm just going to unroll this, and I'm just going to cut some. I do cut it a little bit bigger, but do remember you can reuse this over and over until it's, look, if you don't even think if it's sticky, I'm going to tell you, it is. How are you doing, Cheryl? So this is the transfer tape. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not get anything on here straight to use these blue lines. I wish they would take the blue lines off. But the blue lines are supposed to be to help you keep it straight. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to use the blue lines because nothing I get on here is ever straight. You're off this whole week. So, I'm going to show you what I mean by folding it and being easier. First off, I never ever... Hey, AB Peach, how are you doing? I never ever suggest you take your tape and put it on there. I always say take your image and put it on the tape. See, because it comes right off, right? I would have it a mess, and that's why I didn't do it, because I was thinking about doing that. Hey, Bobby Hayden, how are you doing? Ah, that's a good idea, too. And Barb has hers in a picture frame and uses a dry erase marker. That's a good idea, too. See? You all are good. All right. You have to have fingernails, but once you get on. So, I'm going to show you how I did it on the thing. If you just take this back, this is super, super thin. The other one was way thicker. That's why I said you can't do it. Lay it back and then crease it. Simple as that. The one with the red, and if you ever want to try it and do it yourself, you'll see that it just bubbles back up and it just lays there. You can't lay it on there straight. So this one just lays nicely. You can crease it down and then take your image, and this is why I'm saying maybe because I don't cut the thing out, I don't know. But I don't even worry about the lines. I stick it down just like that. So it's on just like that. This piece part is not, but that is. I lay it back down, and don't go by me. My image is on the Cricut. It's from the Cricut. This is vinyl. This is actually permanent vinyl. And I use the StarCraft brand, and I'll tell you about that too because that's amazing stuff. It is the least, I don't want to even say cheap because it's not cheap. It's inexpensive, but it's not cheap. So, once I have it down, I'm just going to go little by little and press it down as I go. I do say make sure you're on a flat surface. Mine has bubbles in it, like creases come in here from the thing. But if you can do it on a hard surface, then do it. But look how thin this stuff is. It's just simple, very thin paper. I mean, I think it's thinner than, well, maybe it's about a sheet of a paper, but it's thin. The other one was like about 4 or 5 sheets of paper, and it does not work. Yep, this is done on vinyl. And there's the brand that I use. It's called StarCraft. S-T-A-R-C-R-A-F-T, and it's permanent adhesive vinyl. You did yours on paper. What do you mean you did it on paper? What did you do? Wait a minute, back up. What did you do on paper, Megan? Oh, here goes my eyeball again. I'm waiting for a response on that one because I want to know. Now, again, like I said in the other video, the best way to take this off, don't start like the whole thing. Start in the corner. And look, this is all I did. I did not bray. I did not scrape with the scraper. I didn't do anything. Just this is all I did. No lie. Take from the corner. Hold your thumb down. Put your thumb on the thing and pull. Pull slowly. See how this is bubbling up? You want to go down again. Keep your thumb as close to this part as you can. Like right here. Keep your thumb there. Really? Oh my gosh, I hope they didn't. I haven't bought it in a while, but hold please. Stop. I have to see. Hold on, I'm just checking. Oh, wait a minute, you used paper for the transfer or the paper for the vinyl? No, they still have it. Whew. Okay. All right. Whew. But I really do like StarCraft. StarCraft is really good. It is for a 12 by 24 sheet. That's big. $1.05. It's very, I mean, first of all, it's probably cheaper than the Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree vinyl sucks. I don't like to admit this, because I really like Cricut, but the Cricut vinyl does not work well either. You will hear so many people get so frustrated because they're using Cricut vinyl and their Cricut machine, and it's not cutting, it's not working, the transfer tape doesn't work. I don't know why they do that, because everybody just wants to give up and quit, and I'm going, just change your vinyl. Change your vinyl, it's going to work perfect. I don't know why they don't have better vinyl. You have a book now. Wait a minute. So you do want to cut your image out on vinyl in your design space. This is just plain vinyl. I don't have a piece down here to show you. But, like I said, when I start doing like little videos, I can actually show you. See? Isn't it awful, Debbie? I mean, it is just, Debbie! And I don't like to be mean, but the Cricut vinyl just doesn't cut. And I don't know what it is about it. The transfer tape doesn't let go of it's everything. And people are like, this isn't working, this isn't working. And I'm just like, what brand of vinyl are you using? They're like, Cricut. I'm going, mm-hmm. And I don't like to be that person to say it. To see, well, Megan, I'll start doing some videos. But my suggestion, like I said, to get this off, you saw that I did all I did was this. So I'm just going to keep taking this back. Now, if for some reason you feel this is getting too big on you, it's all, cut it down. Get rid of it. Hey, Rose! But I always say go from the corner. Just keep the elbow, keep your thumb as close as you can. And when you have a really big, and I'll do that, well, I'll do one with you guys. It's bad. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I used to use Oracle until I found StarCraft. Oracle is more expensive, but it is better too. The 651 permanent. See now, there's a little spot here. If you just go back and jiggle it off, it comes right off. You just have to work it that way. And when you see a piece come up, stop, go back. But it just comes right on off. And you're done. No, this is not contact paper. This is just transfer paper. I used to use contact paper, but the contact brand paper always left residue, so I gave up on it. It was a hit or miss, and I gave up. So I actually splurge and get the regular transfer tape off of Amazon. So now we have it on here. Now you want to be careful. You don't want this to fling together or anything else. You know, you got to be careful with it. But we're going to take it and we're going to put it over here. Now I will tell you this. Some wood, you have a playtime. Some wood, it likes to adhere to quickly. So you're going to have to be careful. If you're not good at lining things up, I suggest using, and I'll do it with you. Like I said, I did it in the video. It's pretty much what I'm doing again, but it's okay. We're just having fun. I'm just going to take it. This is just parchment paper that I got from the Dollar Tree. Nothing special. I don't suggest using wax paper. Use parchment paper. The wax paper just does not do good with it. I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't. All right, so I want this part. Let's get this out. I'm just going to lay this on here. Get it on nice and even. You don't want wrinkles and bubbles. Just put it over your image. So we're just like that, covering the whole image. But I left some sticky at the top. I'm going to use that as what I call the anchor. So I'm going to stick this on, and this gives you the playroom. Thank you, Cheryl. You ordered a really cool barn from the Etsy shop. I thought, cool. So now you can see your image behind here, your backer board, and then you can play with it and see how far you want to put it down, how far you over here versus over here, and you can just play around with it and make sure it's straight. And again, I'm not using these blue lines because, hey, Stacy! I'm not using the blue lines because, well, I think that looks pretty straight. I think that looks pretty straight. I'm holding it up to you guys like that. So then I'm going to hold this down with what I call the anchor. How are you doing, Stacy? So just like that, we're on. Now, we're going to do, you like the transfer? Yeah, I mean, I can do this one too. If you guys are interested in this transfer and you want to add it to your next order, just let me know. Do what size you want and we can discuss that. I haven't put a price to any of the transfers yet, but I will let you know, like, you know, if you need the size, blah, 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 and we can just, you know. But if you want to add it to your next order, just let me know. I thought this one was a cute one. Trying to get my finger out of the way here. I'm sticking to it. Pull it up, cut half a piece off. Don't let it flap down. Do it slowly. Just like that. So now this is down, this is up. Oh no! Stacy, I'm sending you prayers. Do they know what's going on? Or are they just playing around with meds yet trying to get you stable? Oh. So then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Pull it up. And if for some reason this vinyl sticks to your parchment paper, stop, wiggle it off, and get it off. But it'll come right off. And then we're going to do the same thing. Slowly, just wipe it down. And we're on. Well, thank you, Tracy. I'm trying. So I want you guys to use those Cricut you have, or, you know, think about getting the you know, decals. I can't think of what do you call these? I don't know. I guess they're decals. Cheryl's driving you bonkers. Why? What did Cheryl do? So I think I'm pretty straight. If it's not, it's okay. You have an appointment and speak with the cardiologist. Oh, well, I hope they find out what's going on, Stacy. So again, I'm just gonna rub it down. And when I'm talking like them things, these thingies, people like, with them, I don't do it. Seriously. It's not needed if you do it right. You want to make sure your surface is flat. So if you have to sand it down, get it nice and flat. And again, I'm going to take it from the corner. And look, watch. Don't pull it off. Don't rip it off like a Band-Aid. Just pull it slowly. Corner, 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 corner. Allah. Just like that. You know how to use the press, but you... Okay, so when you're talking the press, you're talking like HTV. Cheryl says, I'm innocent, I tell you. Cheryl, what are you doing to Carl? Alright, I think that looks cool. So now we get to play with it and dress it up. Thank you, Mary! And like, you can use this again and again and again and again. 90% of the time I try to keep them over here, but then they fall off and onto the floor and then they get hair all over them. So I try, but if they don't, then they get into the trash can. Just depends on how much I'm doing. But if I'm doing like 4 or 5 of these signs, I'll use the same darn piece of transfer. Like I said, if it gets, even if it doesn't feel sticky enough, it's sticky enough. I tell you it is. Alright, we're going to make a little, I think I'm going to do this. We're going to do like we did it like on Friday's project. Just put a little simple bow at the top, but I'm trying to think if I want to use that or... the other one will fit. Hold on. Cricut Press, I order from a place called Reprint. You press, you put them on the t-shirts, canvas bags, etc. Okay, so I do those too, Megan. I do the DTF transfers. Is that what you're talking about? Stuff, though. I don't know if this one's going to be too big or not, but let's see. So that's like when I do the live sale and I have the DTF transfers. They, you just press them on. Yes, that's too big. That's not going to work. Oh. Carl, are you being bad? We're just going to stick with this one. So I'm just going to cut a piece off of here. The colored ones, oh shoot, I didn't turn this on. Well, we can't do nothing until we turn this on. So if they're highly colored, very vibrant colored, they're DTF transfers. I sell them every live sale I do. I have what I showcase. So I do them for $5 each. The ones that I do, you know, you can put them on pillowcases, tote bags, shirts, sweatshirts. You can even put them on wood if you want to. Oh, I don't peel. You don't peel them. I do make my own. Yep. I have a DTF printer. Now I have to wait for the heat tool to heat up. So hold on. Yeah, I don't peel. There's no back to peel off on mine. It just simply just goes right on. It's on a film, and then you press it on. You use parchment paper over top of it, and you press it on. Oh, they came out with some iron-ons? Really? Interesting. So, yeah, I do actually, No, this is vinyl. I was going to say, I do black ones too, just because people like to have just plain solid colors. We're waiting for the tool machine to heat up. I didn't have it turned on, so I'm just chit-chatting, talking. So that's different. Now, I did cut this from the Cricut. This is a vinyl decal. That's how I used to do all of my shirts for the longest time. Now you have to weed this out and do all that stuff to it. But I find them to last a while too. You cannot put them in the dryer. And if you do, that's up to you, but then they start peeling. Now, I've had shirts that probably last, depending on how many times I wear it, but I probably made this one when I went away for Alaska. Maybe it was before, I don't know. I'm going to put Raphael on this one. Yes, I am. Yes, they are. They are extremely expensive, yes. No weeding on those, just on these do. This is actually cut off the Cricut. But the ones I have that I do the DTF transfers, there's no weeding involved. I print it, I put powder on it, I bake it, and then send it off. Or I put it on a shirt. I don't even have any down here that I can show you. Of course, I didn't wear one tonight. So yeah, I am going to add Raphael. I'm going to make a bow and I'm going to put Raphael on this one. So what are they like? You don't know what they are yet, Cheryl? I go on cruises. I make a bunch of shirts all the time. I mean, I'm always, look, if I don't come on with a shirt with something on, y'all get on me. So I always have all kinds of different shirts. But when I go on cruises, I usually make a couple new ones, you know, just to take. I am. I like to make shirts. I really do. But, you know, like I said, if they get old or I'm bored of them, then they just go in the pile for good. I mean, not saying that, I'm not trying to say, oh, well, you know, but, you know, they can be. It's like you just time for it to go on. And then I just cleaned out my closet, when did we do it? February? January? I don't know when we did it, but I sent a lot off to Goodwill, just like because I've not worn 90% of them in a while, so it's okay, it goes. And we make new. It's always fun stuff out. But every live sale I do, I try to put in at least wreaths and boards, wreaths and signs, you mean? My favorite thing used to be make signs, and I still do. I love to make signs. Anything from this to, you know, the wood kit signs I make and stuff, I mean, all of it. But every live sale I do put at least, and I don't think, I probably more than that, but I put at least 5 DTFs in there. New, that you guys have never seen before. But then when I do the rice papers, you can also get them in DTFs if you want to. So when I do the live sale, the ones I quote unquote call showcase, yeah, well, that's what more thrift. I say, you know, I say Goodwill, but you know, I don't know. I refer to all of them as Goodwill. I know, that's ridiculous. Goodwill got expensive. But I usually showcase at least 5, and those I offer for $5 each. However, you know, there's more than, you know, sometimes there's more than that. It's just how many fun ones I find that I'd like to pass on. Then, if you see one in the rice paper section of my live sale, those go for $6. which is still cheaper. So I give you guys a discount, and then if you have me make something and whatever, then it's a little bit more. Oh, there's plenty to get to know, Megan. So, but if you ever have any questions, please just ask. I do charge shipping, yes, and the shipping depends on how much you pay, or how much you get, and then I add it all together. So even like on the weeks that I don't have a live sale, if there's a craft that you know, if I do a craft and it's something you want, one of the kits or like this, then you can say, hey, can I add that to my order? And I'm fine with that. I work with everybody, and you know, I don't make anything. So like if you said, hey, can I get that in a 10 by 10, I would put it on your order, and then I'd wait for it, and then once it's paid, then I actually make it. So I don't make anything ahead of time. So if for some reason you say, oh, I changed my mind, I can't get that, it's okay because I didn't make it. I do have a website, however, it is only there for like a looky-loo kind of thing. It's more like a looky-loo kind of thing, but it's got, you know, a lot of my products on there, except for the tumblers and the wind spinners and things like that. It has more of the kits on there and such. If you want to see the wind spinners and the tumblers, that's you got to go to my group for. But with the website, you can actually see the videos that I put up. So if you don't want to look through all of my stuff on Facebook to find a video, you can go over to my website and you can just click on the category, and then you can just scroll and go, oh, there's a picture of the product from Friday that I put up, and then you can go and you can watch the video. Very easy way to find all my stuff, so keep that in mind too. And then it also has my link tree over there, which takes you to my Scentsy site, which takes you to, I do believe I have on there like my channel, my YouTube, my TikTok, all those things. If not, I'm going to have Ross updated. Because I was just thinking about that. I should put all that stuff on there. Did you join the Tumblers to Treasures group? If not, that's a different group. It's a free group. And then just in there is where I post about, and it's I set it to, did I set, no, I don't think I set it to private. I don't think I did. But there in there I do the tumblers that I really can't post anywhere else. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for like, you know, a certain thing, you thought Facebook said they were not allowing lives to be seen anymore? Well, this is a live. Oh, you mean, no, so lives, okay, Facebook lives are saved on your page for 30 days. However, I only come on here and craft with you guys once a week, or once every other week. Any other time, I come on, I play Crafto with you guys. When I play Crafto, I come on for an hour, we play Crafto, I get off, and then I do a recorded video of a craft. I upload that to Facebook the following day. Then that is what I store. That is what I store on my website. The actual replays. So, or not the replays, the actual videos. So, Facebook deletes lives. They do not delete videos. Tell me how much sense that makes. So any video that you do is saved. Any live you do is deleted after 30 days. Does that make sense? I should. I'm gonna put a link in there. I'm gonna have Ross update that so I can send everybody to my website and get it. It is on my page too, but I think I'm gonna update both because my website is easier to find. So yeah, so Facebook originally said, and I'm gonna quote, but it's not gonna be word for word, that the lives are taking up too much storage space. But you can do an hour video, or you can do 50,000 2-minute videos and post them, and they're not going to delete them. That's what doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I do my video the way I do it. That way I don't have to go back and try to catch it and forget, or, we have them all stored. I stopped going back. I was trying to save them, all my past lives, because you could download them, but I gave up. I said, forget it. You know what? I haven't seen it in 3 years. No one else is going to see it. I said, I'll just do it. Ross is my other half. He's the other half of Thoughts to Treasures. He's my honey. But no, you don't have to follow him. But if you pay me PayPal, or if you ever buy anything from me, everything, you'll see it say Ross Myers. That's him. So everything will come out, or even if you purchase something from me, it's going to be, and I don't know how to change it because that's the way it is in pirate ship. It comes up and says Ross Myers. I tried to change it. To Thoughts to Treasures so it wouldn't confuse anybody, but he keeps changing it back, and I don't know how to fix it. So, yeah. So you'll get to see the name a lot. If you purchase from me, you'll see it. But we do mention Ross. He does a lot behind the scenes. He doesn't like to hey, nope, keep asking questions. You're absolutely fine. All right, so there's my little piece that's going to go across the a little bit. And now I'm going to make a bow. We're going to learn how to make a bow. I'm going to put some raffia on it. I do have it here. Yep, keep asking questions, Megan. You are fine, fine, fine. And if I make them too big, it's fine. I think I'm going to do a 4Z on this one because this is a small ribbon and I got more space. Yeah, if anybody ever has any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you, Mary. Yep, please feel free to ask. And I'm a toy person. I love new toys. So I keep looking at things and going, ooh, I need that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to follow Ross, he'll be like, who's so-and-so? I'm like, just follow him. Just go ahead. Pat! Doing your... Oh, look, you had to feed them. I hope you fed them good, because I don't know about you, but it's a hot one out there today. 2020, I don't know anything in 2027 yet. We have 2026 booked, but not 2027. Not sure yet. Hopefully someplace, because we do at least one cruise a year. That's our goal. He likes toys too. Because they're fun. They're all kinds of fun. He's doing good. He's doing good. He did make a couple new things. The one didn't work, so, I'll be offering it. I'm going to show you guys tomorrow. It's a little US keychain, but it didn't come out, so it's a flop, but it looks okay. 83 is, wait, oh, 78 now. Huh, I thought it was hotter than that. And then he was making a turtle, too. He was doing that yesterday. Alright, I'm going to put this up because it's slippery. Alright, let me crisscross, and then I'm going to get the raffia. Yeah, so I'm not sure where we're going in 2027, but we may decide soon. This September, we're going to Belize. Oh, this September, no, sorry. This September, I'm going to, the Bahamas someplace. I don't know where I'm going. So this September, going into October, it's the end of September, we are going down to, and I say we because Teresa is going with me and Ross is going to his mom's. A friend of mine was originally doing the cruise with Teresa, but however, her mother is ill and she doesn't think it's the right time to go. No, I actually run the laser. He's going to be running the new laser if we get it. And color, I can look. Let me write that down and I can say if I can find something. A husky. Sharon. I can look into that, Sharon. So no, actually Ross runs the CNC, but he doesn't run the laser. He knows how to, but he doesn't. He fixes it. That's what he'll be doing. Tomorrow he'll be fixing the laser. I do tell you he does know that. I do not. If anything goes wrong with any of the toys I get, I stop and I call him. What was your question? Nora, you didn't have AC? Oh my gosh. What was your question? I didn't see it. Yeah, so my friend is not going because of her mother. So instead of Teresa being kind of SOL, we're going down to Florida. I'm going on the cruise with Teresa, and then Ross is staying with his mother who lives down there just about, I don't know, 20 minutes from the port. So it's going to be perfect. You are welcome, Sharon. I will let you know if I find something. So that's going to work out nice. But then we're doing the group cruise in 2026. And then after that, I have nothing planned yet, but we haven't looked yet. I still don't see Cheryl's question. So while I'm going, well, you know, this week I'm going to start. I'm going to be making some videos that are going to be brand new that you guys are going to see. Yes, and he does local computer stuff with people too, fixing computers. He fixes it all. I just walk away from it. I'm like, I'm not touching it. No, we're not going to Bermuda. We're going to the Bahamas. Just the Bahamas. We're going down to Celebration Keys, I think it is, and I don't know what else is down there. It's technically it's 2 cruises, but they're back to back. We don't get off the ship, but I don't know. I've never been on a cruise like that. I always go on cruises that are. I just make the pretty things. Exactly. I make the pretty things. I like to design. I like to make the pretty things. He fixes the stuff. I do it with my computer. The printer stops working or this stops working. I'm like, what, Ross? It's not working. Oh, he wants to. I'm going to tell you, Megan, and I'm going to be honest with you. You do you, boo. You do you, that's what I say. But I'm going to tell you, Bermuda was the worst place for handicapped people. Whether you're half walking, whether you walk with a cane, whether you're full-time in a wheelchair, it is the worst place for a wheelchair or handicapped people. I even asked, we took a tour, which was almost next to impossible for me. Well, I mean, I'm able to walk, but I was scared to death to get up and down off of this thing, so a couple of the stops I didn't even get off on. But I asked when we went back, because we stopped at this one town, we, were there for probably about 30, 40 minutes. I asked the tour guide, I'm like, because I didn't want to ask in front of everybody on the bus, but I said, by any chance, do you guys have handicapped or elderly people here? And he just kind of giggled. He says, actually, we do. He goes, but I know what you're asking and why you're asking. And they do not have, like, you know, they might have a dip on this side, but then over on the other side of the street, there's no dip. How you get back up on the sidewalk? And some of the sidewalks are like this big that you can't even fit a wheelchair through. I had to go in the road half the time. They're all uneven. I'm telling you, that is the worst place that I've been for handicapped people. And elderly. I mean, I'm just talking not only just me, but elderly people. If you have problems walking, Ross's knee was hurting him. Now, he's able-bodied. There's nothing wrong with him except for weight, which is, you know, that is an issue. But his knee was hurting him because, first of all, he had to push me half the time, and that was messed up when we moved in the house. The only AC was in the other room. That looks like the ones that used the motel. Oh my gosh! But so, I'm so glad you got it done because that would not have been good. But, you know, Ross had to end up pushing me plus all the walking and everything, so he was... Right, that's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. I mean, you still got the cruise itself, that's fine, but if your expectations are, like, you know, you can get out of Bermuda and you could, you know, it was the worst place. I'm talking even when you got off the boat. The road, the little, you know, the area by the dock where you could, like, you know, go to little stores here and that. It was like uphill, downhill, over here, and like, it was awful. I get around pretty good with my feet, and I was about ready to give up. That's pretty bad. If it says anything, I was ready to give up. So, if you are handicapped, I'm not saying don't ever go there, because I'm not telling anybody, I'm just telling you my experience. Bermuda's the worst one. A lot of foreign countries don't have what we have here in the U.S. Keep that in mind. We here treat our disabled and elderly like princes and queens. Kings and queens. I don't know what you want to call it. The Aruba does. Well, I'm going to find out about Belize and Mexico. So we'll see. Nassau wasn't too bad, but Bermuda sucked. That's why I said Bermuda was the last one. I was going to say, Nora, that absolutely. When it's like that mugged, huge, you know, it's like, yeah. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. Now, you may find it to be different, but I even asked, now again, that could change in 5 years, because when I was talking to the driver, our tour driver, when I asked him that, he said, you know, there is one gentleman that has a motorized scooter, and he's trying to be the advocate and try to get things changed, but because there's one guy, that's telling, I don't know, I don't know, maybe people in Bermuda are healthy and, you know, 80 years old running, and I don't know what they're doing, but good Lord, I'm like, it was very discouraging. So, and I am never a Debbie Downer, nor do I want to discourage anybody from doing anything. Always try. And I am never the person to give up easy. That's definitely not me. But I'm telling you, when I was in Bermuda, I was ready to, like, just say, put me back on the ship. I'm done. I'm done here. I'm cranky. I'm getting frustrated. You couldn't get around in the stores easy. It was just, I was done. Finished. Isn't that awful? And that's not me. Totally not me. Now, like I said, Ross's knee was bothering him. And we were there for 3 days. And I thought that was going to be fabulous. It was going to be amazing. The third day, I didn't even get off the ship because I was done. I was like, forget this. Done. Finished. Hey, Jerry! But it was bothersome. See, I won't have even... See, I wish they had a cruise that went to Australia. They don't. They only have cruises that go from Australia one end to the other end. Why? I still want to go there. It's like my bucket list. Oh, you can do that in Nassau. You can do that in the Bahamas. Actually, probably any, I'm going to tell you, swimming with dolphins. Now, I did do that in the Bahamas, in Nassau. So they will even cater to people that way. Bermuda just, no. No. Thank you, Megan. All right. So, just like that. Simple little bow. And again, this is wire so we can like push this up with eBay. If you don't like the bow sticking down too far. Simple just like that. But yeah, Nassau you can do that. I mean, I don't know the excursions on the Belize trip. I have no idea, but I don't know. If you said we're going back to Bermuda, I'd be like, now it took me 3 cruises to get there. One was canceled because of COVID. One was canceled because of a hurricane. We were detoured somewhere else. Thank you! And then the third time we finally got there, and by the time I got there, I was like, really, I waited this long for this? So, from 2020, yes, 2020 to 2025, took me 5 years, and I'm just like, nope. Oh, cool! So, yeah, that's what I got. I think, see, just a little bit of vinyl makes a perfect thing. And look, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, good. Thank you, Joey. But see how easy, just a little bit of Cricut. So I'm gonna, that's Cheryl's way of saying everything needs glitter. She's just silly. We don't pay attention to her. Thank you, Kathy. So, I will be back on tomorrow. I'm going to be preparing this week, so I'm going to actually find a couple really cute, maybe transfer kinds of things. Of course, Niley, why wouldn't I? I didn't use black today. Should I paint the back black, Cheryl? I didn't even paint the back, see? But I will be back on tomorrow, so we can play Crafto, and then I will do my video, but tomorrow's Monday, so I will be Movie Monday. Thank you, Barb. Tomorrow's Movie Monday. I don't know what we're going to go see, but Ross said that we're going to go to the Loud Movie Theater, and I don't like glitter at all. I am not a glitter person, so Cheryl, where am I located? I'm in Maryland. Yep, right outside of Baltimore. I'm about 20 minutes outside of Baltimore. So, you guys have an awesome rest of your night. Have an amazing tomorrow. And I will see you guys tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern Time. Till then, remember, thoughts become things. Things become treasures. I love you. Bye.